Hi, my name is Annabelle Anderson, and this is thin layer chromatography. The technique. TLC is a chromatography technique used to separate non-volatile mixtures. So thin layer chromatography can be used to monitor the progress of a reaction, identify compounds that are present in a given mixture, and determine the purity of a substance. So the technique is used to assess purity, then to assess a reaction progress while it's still in progress, and then to monitor the end result of that progress. So, technique. And so here are the bare minimum steps, and I'm going to explain to them once I get to that part. Alright, so step 1, prepare the developing container, prepare the TLC plate, spot the TLC plate, develop the plate, and then visualize spots. Alright, so for step 1, the developing container can be a specifically designed chamber, a jar with a lid, or a beaker with a watch glass on top. So you pour the solvent into the chamber in a depth about 1.5 centimeters, and then swirl it gently and allow it to stand while you prepare the TLC plate. For step 2, you measured 0.5 from the bottom of the plate, and then using a pencil you draw a line across the plate at the 0.5 mark. So this is the origin, and so the origin is the line at which you'll spot the plate at, and you have to be careful not to press so hard with the pencil that you disturb the absorbent. And then underline, mark lightly the name of your samples you will spot on the plate, or mark numbers for time points. And then you leave enough room between the samples so they do not run together. So step 3, if the sample is not already in the solution that was in the previous solution, you dissolve about 1 milligram of the volatile solvent in like a hexane or ethyl acetate or methyl chloride, because you want some kind of solvent to dilute it. You dip the microcap into the solution and then gently touch the end of it to the paper to the proper location on the TLC plate, and you don't allow the spot to become too large. If necessary, you can touch it up and you can lift it off and blow in the spot to dry a little bit, just to keep your wet area on the plate to stay very small. And then now you place the prepared TLC plate in the developing beaker, and you cover the beaker with the watch glass and leave it undisturbed on your bench top. The solvent will rise up the TLC plate by capillary action, and you just make sure the solvent doesn't cover the spot. Lastly, you allow the plate to develop until the solvent is about half a centimeter below the top of the plate, and you remove the plate from the beaker and immediately mark the solvent with the pencil, and you allow it to dry. And so, if there is any colored spots, you circle them lightly with the pencil. Most samples are not colored and need to be visualized, like a UV lamp or some other color differentiation aspect. And then you dispose everything properly. So, like, troubleshoot it if the TLC plate runs samples are too concentrated, the spots will be streaked or run together, and you just have to start over with a more dilute sample. Alright, thank you.